Hi, and welcome to this PowerPoint animation tutorial for beginners, where I'm gonna show you step by step how you can create a professionally looking explainer style animation video in PowerPoint. This is beginner friendly, doesn't require any previous animation experience, and absolutely anyone can do it. Now let's get straight to the point and watch the demo video that we will recreate here together today.
Tired of taking selfies? Are you stressed in front of the camera? At Photoshoot123.com, we got you covered. Update your LinkedIn profile with a professional photo, or update your dating apps and have people literally fall in love with the new you. The possibilities are endless. Sign up now and get started.
Alright, I think that looks absolutely amazing. And if you feel a little bit overwhelmed right now or concerned, don't worry. Absolutely anyone can do the exact same thing in PowerPoint at the end of this video. So the method that we're going to use to create this is by using animated GIF images. So those are pre-made assets that you can find online, download, and use in your projects, personal or commercial projects. They're built by professionals, they're pre-animated and ready to go. All you have to do is drag and drop them into your PowerPoint. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do that as well. And if you want to follow along with this tutorial, I have included a link in the description where you can download the stock GIFs from this tutorial for free so that you can use yourself in PowerPoint. All right. So whenever you make any sort of video, right, you first start with a script, then you record a voiceover. And in our case, if we're going to use stock GIFs in PowerPoint, you need to find some stock GIF images online, and I already went ahead and did all that. And don't worry, I'm going to show you the best website online where you can find professional stock GIF images for your project. I'm going to show you that at the end of this tutorial. So until then, as I said, I already have all my assets here. I got my stock GIF images that are suitable for each scene in my video. Of course, you know your script, you probably wrote it yourself. You need to find stuff that's suitable for and relevant for each scene. So that requires a bit of research. I went ahead and did all that, and I have them here. Then I also have this thing, which is the music, and I have this file, which is the voiceover. And because I did all my research and preparation, I already know that our scene has our video has 8 scenes. So in PowerPoint, those would basically be slides. So I'm going to go ahead and create 8 slides. Actually, I wonder if I can just duplicate this. There we go. So I don't have to remove the text elements. All right. So the way PowerPoint works with different slides is that it just makes things very easy for you to drag and drop the elements in the correct scene. Now, PowerPoint, I want to mention this as well. PowerPoint is not actually intended to be a video production software, but it's very, very versatile in how it works. It's very user-friendly. Most people have it already installed on their computers. So that's the reason why I'm preparing this tutorial, because again, pretty much everyone in the world with a computer already owns PowerPoint. So it's a very, very good software. And again, as I said, it's mostly a presentation software, not intended to be used as a video editing software, but we're going to be able to use it and create an amazing animation. All right, so again, I'm just placing the GIF images in the correct order in the slides and just resizing this. So you're gonna know based on your script what should go where. So I already know that because I made the video. Again, the demo video was just a demo video for an imaginary company, so nothing really serious there. So just go ahead and assemble all the scenes for now and make sure everything is well balanced, resize the icons. You know, some scenes I like to talk about a character and add an icon as well, just to make things more dynamic. Compared to this scene where I used an icon and I use it on the left side, while in the following scene I use an icon and I use it on the right side. And as you can see here in the previews on the left, Those two scenes seem like, actually those three scenes seem like something is missing, right? Because those icons, for example, they just start animating from a blank screen. So the first frame is actually empty because the camera just appears, like forms here. Yeah. So the preview just uses the first frame. So that's why it looks like there's nothing in it, but it actually works perfectly fine. So just something to keep in mind. All right. And here, oops, this is not the correct one. Here we have those three guys. So as you can see, you can find stock GIF images that are awesome, and you can find them for, various poses. You can find the same character doing different actions. You can find both genders. You can find different ethnicities as well. And basically anything that you might need to tell your story, you can find it. All right. So it's a little bit hard to grab the correct element when you're working with multiple GIFs in the same scene. All right, and now we're getting towards the end of the video. And usually the end of the video is a moment of celebration. You want to wrap things up and you want to find the solution for your main character. And at the end, the main character is happy, right? So again, we have the same main character from before, and she's super happy now. And for the last scene, I'm going to do it a bit later because the last scene is going to be a duplicate of this. This was where we introduce the company, and you can add the logo, for example. In our case, it's an imaginary company, so it has no logo. I just used this camera icon because it made sense for a photo shooting company. So I'm going to double click here outside so I can write some text. The name, I'm just going to write the domain, which was photoshoot123.com. All right, select all of it. And let's just change the font. Personally, I'm a big fan of Montserrat, so I'm just going to go with bold. I'm going to align it like this in the center. And let's change the font size so it's better. It's more readable. Yeah, that's fine. And move it here in the center. So as you can see, it kind of snaps here. You see this dotted line when it's exactly perfectly aligned in the center. So that's really useful. All right, so now, as I said for the last slide, I kind of want to duplicate this, right? Because we're ending the video, so I want to show the logo and the call to action. So I just want to keep the exact same structure. Unfortunately, you cannot select both elements like this. I don't know why. So you got to hold down the Control key or Command key on a Mac. And also, I don't think I mentioned this before. If you're in the Windows, your PowerPoint might look a little bit slightly different, but you can use it in the exact same way. So this works on both Windows and Mac. So again, hold down Control on Windows or Command and select both of them. Command on a Mac, and then right click on this. Click copy, and let's go to this slide right here, and right click again, paste. All right. And now for the text, let's just edit this whole thing and say our call to action was sign up now, ! All right. Next, what I would like to do is change the background color for all the slides. So to do that, let's just drag like this. You got to make sure where you click, it has to be outside. So this is difficult. So you can actually select all 8 slides like this, or alternatively, you can press Control A or Command A on a Mac to select all the slides. Now let's go to Design, and here on the right where it says Format Background, click on that, and make sure we have a solid fill. And under color, let's select one of the colors here. I'm going to go with a light blue like this, very soft, just to make it a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. All right. Oh, I think we missed this first one. Okay. All right, now it's actually starting to look like our video. So if you go to slideshow and you play it from the start, and obviously you have to click spacebar to move from one slide to another. you can see all the scenes are in order. All the stock GIFs are animating perfectly without us doing anything. And it looks really good. Now, one thing that doesn't animate right now is the text, because the text is a simple element from PowerPoint. So let's go ahead and add some animation. Make sure to select the text element like this. Go to animations, and PowerPoint has a bunch of different animation options for you. But personally, I like to keep things simple. I think simple looks the best. So my favorite one is fly in like this. And as you can see, let's preview that again. It just flies in from below, really, really simple. And if you like to change the direction for that, you can go here to under Effect Options, and you can change the direction, let's say, from the left. Done. All right, now let's go to the last scene as well, where we had this text. Select it, add an animation, fly in. Go here to Effect Options, and let's change this from the left as well. Up to you. Personally, I liked it from below, from the bottom, but you know, I'm just showing you how you can change the direction. All right, and now let's start adding the big missing piece here, which is the voiceover and the music. So let's make this small again. And again, here in my folder with all the assets, you're gonna have access to all those assets as well. Let me just drag and drop the voiceover there. And I'm going to import the music as well here. And now they're on top of each other, so I'm just gonna, there you go, move it out of the way. Okay, now let's make this full screen again. So let's see, this is the voiceover.
Tired of taking selfies?
Okay, so for both of the audio tracks, we gotta make some changes. So go here under playback, and a couple of important things. You first want to hide it during show, so that during the slideshow, you don't see all of those controls and this bar that shows you how far you are in the audio. We don't want that. We want each of them to start automatically. So this means that it will start playing not when you click spacebar, but when this first slide starts. I added them by accident in the second slide. So let's just, So let me just select both of them like this, cut them, and go to the first slide here, my bad, and paste. Because we want both audio tracks to start all the way in the beginning. So my bad, my mistake, make sure you're on the first slide, not on the second slide. Okay, cool. So back to playback. You want it to start automatically, hide it during show, and also really important, you want it to play across slides. For the volume, just make sure the voiceover is on high. That's really important. And let's do the exact same thing for the music. So again, hide it during the show, during slideshow. Start not in the click sequence, so not on spacebar. Start automatically. And for the music, you want the volume to be low. Maybe even a little bit lower than that, let's say like this. Because what's going to happen once they both play automatically, you want to make sure you can clearly hear the voiceover more than the music. So let's check it out.
Tired of taking selfies? Are you stressed in front of the camera?
All right, looking good. So actually, let's play that slideshow, and I'm going to click spacebar manually this time. We're going to fix that in a second, so you can see how it looks so far.
Tired of taking selfies? Are you stressed in front of the camera?
Okay, so the audio kind of stopped for some reason, so let's go check it out. Playback, play across slides is selected, cool. Oh, right, so for this, for the music, I forgot to press this button, really important. Play across slides, because once it starts playing, you want it to keep playing all the way to the end of your presentation. My bad again. So slideshow, play from start.
Tired of taking selfies? Are you stressed in front of the camera? At photoshoot123.com, we got you covered. Update your LinkedIn profile with a professional photo.
All right, so one thing that I noticed, I don't know if you noticed it, was that I had to click spacebar to animate this text element. So I actually want the element to start flying in at the same time as the camera. So I want both of them to animate at the same time, right? So to do that, make sure you have the text element selected. Let's go here to animation again. Let's go to animation pane. And then here, select this element, timing. And right now it starts on click, which is basically on spacebar. So I'm just going to click with previous. So there's no auto animation. This is the only animation. And that means that with previous is that it animates at the same time with the slide. So whenever the slide comes in and everything else, they just animate at the same time. All right. And we also have to do that here. Maybe, let me see, where we have multiple. No, this works fine. Then we have to do it here where we also have another piece of text which has no animation. I mean, we added the animation ourselves. Again, go here on the animations panel. Timing, start with previous. All right. So now if we play this slide, both the camera and the text are going to animate at the same time. Okay. So next, I'm going to show you one thing. You don't have to do it, but just know it's there if you want it. We can also have, let's say, transitions between slides or between scenes. I actually kind of like how it looks without transitions, like it just cuts from one scene to another. But just for the sake of it, let's say in this one right here, let's say we want to add a transition from the previous scene, so from scene number 2 to scene number 3. To do that, make sure you have scene number 3 selected, so the next scene. Go to transitions, and again, PowerPoint has a bunch of different options. It goes pretty crazy with them, but I prefer to keep it very simple, and my favorite one is push. So it's going to push away the previous scene and start this. But it doesn't preview that well here, so let's play it in slideshow mode all the way from here, and let's check it out. So let's say this finishes, I press spacebar, and then the next scene starts like that. Very, very smooth. So you can add transition in between all of them. I personally don't like it for this particular project, but if you want transitions, it's possible. All right, so right now we assembled all of our scenes. We added individual animations to the text elements, which were not animated. You added transitions as well as needed. And then we also added our audio files, so the music and the voiceover. So the next thing that we have to do is we have to rehearse the timings. So right now, when you play this as a slideshow, PowerPoint doesn't really know exactly when to move from one scene to another. So it doesn't really understand the timings, right? So we want to basically tell PowerPoint at which point we want it to move forward to the next slide. So to do that, you use something called Rehearse Timings. It's under Slideshow, Rehearse Timings. Click on it, and it's going to start playing it automatically. You'll see in a minute, and you gotta be ready to press spacebar at the right time when you want to change the slides. So let's do that.
Tired of taking selfies? Are you stressed in front of the camera? At photoshoot123.com, we got you covered. Update your LinkedIn profile with a professional photo, or update your dating apps and have people literally fall in love with the new you. The possibilities are endless. Sign up now and get started.
All right, so when you're done, you have to press spacebar again to tell it to end, and you will see this little notification. You might not get the perfect timings on the first try, and if you don't, no problem at all. You want to make sure you do it correctly. In that case, you just click no and do it again. But we did it right this time, so I'm just going to go ahead and click yes. Now, you'll see what happens. If I play the slideshow from the start, I'm not going to press spacebar. I'm not going to have any input from my side. Let's see what happens.
Tired of taking selfies? Are you stressed in front of the camera? At photoshoot123.com, we got you covered. Update your LinkedIn profile with a professional photo, or update your dating apps and have people literally.
All right, so as you can see, it started animating automatically without me doing anything. So that's pretty much the last step. We assembled all of our scenes. We animated every individual element inside. We added special transitions where we needed transitions between scenes. We fixed any other small thing, definitely added to the audio. And the last step was to fix the timings and rehearse the timings basically. And now we are ready to export the video. So to do that, you have to, actually, let's make this small. So to do that, you have to go here under File and let's go to Export. And you can navigate anywhere on your computer, in our case on the desktop. And let's select the file format. Instead of saving it as a PDF or any other image format, you want to select it as a video format. You can use either MP4 or MOV. If you're in a Windows, I suggest you go with MP4. If you're in a Mac, go with MOV. But both are going to work just fine, doesn't really matter. So let's just go with MP4. Give it a name, let's say PowerPoint video. For the settings, you want to make sure quality is set on presentation quality because this is the highest quality. And really, really important, you want to make sure this is checked because you want to use the recorded timings. Otherwise, the slideshow is going to be all messy. All right, and then you click export. And you might be tricked into believing it's already exported, but it's taking a little bit of time in the background. And you can actually see the progress bar right here filling up. And this means that it takes a minute or two, depending on your computer and on the video you just made. It's going to take a while to actually convert and export this into a video. So this was the tutorial for today. I hope you enjoyed it. As you can see, it's really straightforward to make those professionally looking explainer style animations in PowerPoint. It doesn't require any previous animation experience. It is beginner friendly and absolutely anyone can do this by using stock GIFs. Now, the big question is, where can you find professionally animated stock GIFs? You might be able to find some free GIF images on Google, but those are usually GIF memes or low-quality amateur GIFs that are, first of all, not suitable for our animating purpose, and second of all, you do not have the right license to use them without getting into trouble for copyright infringement. The only place online dedicated exclusively to stock GIF animations is videoplasty.com, the world's only animation-first stock platform. Full disclosure, I'm Edward Stinga, founder of Videoplasty. We built Videoplasty with one single goal in mind: to make animation easy, simple, and accessible to everyone, regardless of budget or previous animation experience. That's why we build and curate professionally animated assets that you can have access to with drag and drop simplicity, compatible with all of your favorite presentation software. Have a look on the website. We have plenty of characters, icons, scenes, and a lot more. Our items are generally sold individually, but are also available in bundles at a massively discounted price. Pricing is also very simple and straightforward. You can either pay per item, or you can choose a monthly subscription with the download credits or unlimited downloads. Use the discount code in the description to get 25% off your first order. This was Edward Stinga, founder of videoplasty.com. If you watched all the way to the end, you are awesome. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and until next time, stay creative.